Scaramucci was asked about FTX Ventures' investment in Skybridge Capital, which I had largely forgotten about. Like, it was included on the list of investments that the Financial Times had been able to compile, but like, it's Scaramucci. Who cares? Uh, but apparently, FTX Ventures had purchased a one-third stake in Skybridge Capital with the understanding that eventually they would acquire the whole firm. Scaramucci also revealed during that question that as a condition of that deal, he had to buy $10 million in FTT, in FTX token. And like, when he was being asked by Tracy, are you worried about these funds being clawed back? He's like, our lawyers are talking to the bankruptcy court. We'll do what we need to do. We ended up losing money on our FTT token, which again, I was not aware was a condition of their deal. That they had to like basically, it was like a mini round trip, like the FTX Sequoia one, right? But done through Skybridge instead. And so that was interesting if we want to talk about that.
Anthony, you talked a little bit about the FTX Ventures stake in Skybridge. Now that FTX is in bankruptcy and FTX Ventures is one of those silos, are you, what's kind of the fate of that Skybridge stake? Are you trying to unwind the deal, buy it back?
I mean, the problem is the bankruptcy proceedings are always, they take a long time. I don't want to be cynical about it, but there's a tremendous amount of legal fees that get run up in a bankruptcy proceeding, and so there's an incentive to slow things down. We contacted the investment bankers and the bankruptcy lawyers related to the stake. I've talked about this before, so I'll be pretty open about it. What Sam bought was a 30% interest with an understanding that he would have the right to buy the remaining part of the company over a 2-year period. And so I think the good news for us, there was less of a concern about having minority shareholder rights. So there's no economics associated with that piece. He's not, the bankruptcy state's not entitled to preferred income or anything like that. And it had no management control or board seat. So it's really not valuable to anybody other than us. And I guess at some point we'll be able to buy it back, or frankly, not buy it back. And so if we don't buy it back, it's okay with me as well, because we took capital onto our balance sheet. Some of it we lost in the FTT token. I sold that token at a loss.
And just to clarify, so a portion of the funds that Sam gave as part of the investment.
We got cash. We agreed to buy $10 million of the FTT token, but I also, bought a pretty large position in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think there's some crazy criminal shit going on there that is being admitted to, which is wild. And if anyone is unfamiliar with Skybridge and Scaramucci, like, these guys were accumulating a ton of money. And I am just looking at his Wikipedia page, and this is just beautiful. As of March 2023, Skybridge's assets had dwindled to about $2 billion from a peak of $9 billion in 2015. So despite the market in general going only up between 2015 and now, I mean, that's wild, right? Investors lost about 30% of their value from the beginning of 2020 through 2023, 39% in calendar 2022. The fund had reduced the ability of investors to withdraw funds and reduced staffing. So if you need just a basic summary of Scaramucci's investment strategy and how good he is with other people's money, I think that kind of just gets you through the basics.